Yeah, my grocery store cashiers. Welcome back to another video. I'll be telling you how to get corrosion off a motherboard. Now, this will work with any motherboard. The reason I'm using this computer is the older the computer, really the less strong it is against breaking, I guess. So, like if I were to be using a new computer, an old computer might not be able to do such things. So I'll be using this. It's an AST386/16. I get this from my son, my white cat. And so yeah, it's made in 1987, I think. Rick Astley, isn't that right, Fat Challenge? Okay. So yeah, so I'll be showing you how to get it out, I guess, and take out the corrosion. This is what you'll need. You'll need a set of screwdrivers, mainly just Phillips and flathead. You'll probably only need those. You'll need isopropyl alcohol, 90% or more. This is 70% because I know what I'm doing, but you want 90% or more, and just a Q-tip. And also you want a cardboard box with probably a cloth on it. So, why is it not focusing? Cardboard box with a cloth on it, so the pins on the motherboard don't get hurt. So I'm gonna take this off, and then I'll show you what to do from there. Alright. First, what you want to do is unplug it, though. So, my goodness, and cables done. So unplug it, and then take off any other cables that are on the cringer thing that could probably get deep fried. So once you do that, take the lid off. Okay, once you get the case off, the motherboard should be right here, or I mean, you should definitely be able to see the motherboard no matter what computer you're working on. If you're working on a computer like this, anything, you will be able to see the motherboard. It's either green or blue, and it's square, and it's the biggest, it's like a big pan, I guess, honestly. It's flat. And there's a lot of things connected to it. So what you want to do after you open it up is get all the cards out of it, whatever cards you're dealing with. And if you have graphics cards, sound cards, if it's old. This one got like 49 cards since it's from the 1800s, but get all the cards out of there. I'm gonna do this with two hands. You know. Well, the short, once you have the cards out, you can take out the power strips right there. And of course, these won't look the same here. Like if I show you a new computer, those are the power cables right there. You see them in the back with 1480s. And no one asks what's on my desk, but these look like this. You just want to take those out of there. Make sure there's also no power coming in to the computer, because then you might get vaporized. You might get vaporized. Okay, once you got the power out of here, yours is gonna have screws in these little holes. You want to take out all of those screws, and then you'll be able to pick it up just like that. And then you'll see probably it'll have some of these wires sticking out of it like this. You can just unplug this. Make sure you know where they go, though. You probably want to like put it on a diagram or something like that, and make sure you know exactly where those go, because those are very important. Okay, once you have it right there, you're ready to get rid of the corrosion. Also, you might be wondering why I haven't been uploading lately. It's been about 3 months, maybe. Something like that, since I've last uploaded. Don't ask why, because I don't even know why. I think that obese cat right here knows why. But, anyways, yeah, I just sort of forgot to record. It's been like 29 years. But yeah, we're dealing with corrosion and the 5-pin DIN, which is this. It's what you put an AT keyboard into, which was before PS2 cables, which is what was before USB. No matter what it is, we're all dealing with the same corrosion. As you can see, that corrosion right there, it's pretty bad. It was a lot worse, but I got it less worse. Okay, anyways, what you're gonna want to do, or I'll get you up like this so you can see. Okay, so you're gonna have your isopropyl alcohol. You want to take off the lid, and then you're gonna want to get your Q-tip, place it in there like that, and then just dunk it a few times. You know how to do that. Okay, until it feels like pretty wet. Once it feels pretty wet, then you can proceed. Okay, now what you have to do is go around here and dab. Make sure you're using 90%, by the way, and make sure it's not in the case. Make sure the motherboard is not in the case and does not have any. But yeah, if you did everything, it will not fry the motherboard. Make sure there's no power going to it. And it's not in the case, because if it's in the case, it's gonna get other things wet. They don't want wet like your power supply. Okay. After you do this, after a while, so make sure it's 90%. So dab it on here at least once, like every 30 minutes, and get like all that hydrogen peroxide. Yeah, isopropyl alcohol, same thing. Get like all in the corrosion, and then what you want to do is take a very light brush. Do not use a metal brush, and I wouldn't recommend using this brush either. A very soft brush, if you have one, like a toothbrush, and gently go across it like that. Of course, this is not the correct brush to use, so I'm not going to use it, but just go on the brushes and make sure not to hit any of like the terminals or anything. So once you've done that, do a cycle for like at least a day, and just keep on putting isopropyl alcohol on the corrosion, and then brushing it off. And then you want it to dry, 100% dry. You want it to be 100% dry before you put it back in your computer. So let it dry completely before putting it back in the computer. And then once it's dry, you can put it back in the computer, and then it should be good. Now, like I said, this should work with any computer. Make sure you're using above 90% alcohol. Anything below could severely damage it if you don't know what you're doing. Make sure you take out all the cards, take it out of the case. Make sure no power is going to the motherboard. Put it on a cloth, on a cardboard box, so it is not on wood, which can damage the pins on the back side. As you can see, lots of pins running through there that can be damaged. And once you're done, make sure you put everything back to how it was. Like, you'll have your on buttons and off buttons and all that stuff right here. Make sure you know where those go. And so yeah. And thank you guys for watching. If you have any other questions, please ask me in the comments. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye.